My name is Arthur Doler.
My name is Kathy Andersen.
So I'm Nate Taylor.
My name is Charlie Koster.
My name is Nick Tuck, and I'm a software gardener at Aviture.
I'm one of the lead software engineers at Aviture.
I'm a tech lead, also a developer.
And my role is a software developer.
And I'm an Agile Scrum Master at Aviture.
I've been speaking for about a year now.
I've been speaking for a little bit, starting in college with various academic matters.
My first was at Nebraska Code last year.
I think my first conference that I spoke at was in 2010.
Getting started in tech conferences really wasn't until HDC, the Heartland Developers Conference, in 2016.
I've been public speaking for over 4 years now.
I've been public speaking for 25 years now, starting all the way in high school.
I started at meetups and different organizations around the community.
So I'm actually giving 2 talks this year.
I'm giving a talk with Nicholas Tuck.
The title of my talk is Bringing Ingenuity Back to Engineering.
The first one that I'm giving a talk on is called Functional Programming for the Dysfunctional.
And it's called Stop the Iteration Bait and Switch.
So the title's called Let's Get Functional with Elixir. It's about functional programming, specifically with the Elixir language.
So we want to talk about what is incremental development and iterative development.
Where I introduce the concept of a ship it day, which is a process for people to start getting more innovations on their projects by capitalizing on motivation and opportunity.
So it's basically, it's kind of a play on words, but it's basically a talk about functional programming for people who are kind of new to the concept.
And the first one is a talk I've given a couple times already so far at a couple different conferences about cognitive bias in your retrospectives. The title is called The Saboteur in Your Retrospectives.
Functional programming is something that's growing in popularity, at least on blogs and in the Twitter sphere and stuff like that. And so there's some real tangible benefits that we can get from functional programming, but I've always kind of had this problem where when I've tried in the past, I just didn't feel like I was smart enough to do functional programming. So this talk kind of dumbs it down to my level so that if other people are struggling with that, then they can come in and learn from my failures and mistakes and hopefully realize that there's really no one that is too dumb to do functional programming.
I'm excited to speak at KCDC, not only because it's one of the bigger developer conferences in the Midwest, but it's a community I've not really been involved with. So I'm excited to meet new people and share the ideas that are hopefully new to them and can help them.
So my other talk is actually called The Developer's Guide to Learning Effectively, which is a grandiose title. But it's about how to learn, how we learn in the first place, try and bust some myths that we have about things that or ways that we learn, and talk more effectively about, hey, here are the things that you can learn, here are the things you can do to help yourself learn more effectively, and here's the things you can do to know that you're actually learning something.
I want to give this talk because I've worked in a lot of places where there's not opportunity to innovate, even though projects want innovative solutions. And so Ship It Day is an idea that's hard for people to swallow, but can help you actually innovate without requiring you to innovate. It makes an opportunity to innovate instead of trying to schedule it.
I always like the variety of speakers that they have.
I'm really excited to hear from the other Aviture presenters. Of course, they have some new talks I'm excited about. I also saw Sarah Ford on the schedule. She's a senior product manager of community at GitHub, and her topic looks very interesting.
Every year I meet somebody new.
I like finding people who have a common interest with me and a common passion.
I love the people at the talks, whether it be the attendees or the speakers. I think the opportunity to come together in that forum and talk about big ideas is really amazing and worthwhile for me.
I think it's honestly just the people that I get to meet, the networking, talking to other speakers, talking to other attendees, learning from them and having that opportunity.